The Munich Stadium, which was previously filled with the cheers of armies, suddenly fell silent in a matter of seconds. In the midst of BTS's grand concert, the entire audience's attention seemed to be focused on one figure on stage: Jimin. The moment, which initially looked simple, actually created such a different atmosphere that it made thousands of fans hold their breath before finally exploding into cheers. As the song entered a calmer segment, the stadium camera slowly panned toward Jimin, who was standing at the side of the stage. With a relaxed expression and his signature smile, he made a small gesture that was not part of the main choreography. Although it only lasted for a few seconds, the action immediately caught the attention of all the BTS members around him. Among all the reactions that could be seen, Jungkook's expression became one of the most eye-catching. He appeared to smile spontaneously while continuing to watch Jimin. Several times, Jungkook looked as if he was trying to hold back his laughter, but his broad smile became increasingly clear on the stadium's giant screen. Fan cameras from various angles also managed to capture how Jungkook barely averted his gaze from Jimin for a few moments. That natural reaction convinced many armies that the moment truly happened spontaneously, rather than being part of the concert script. Not long after, the crowd screams instantly filled the stadium. Armies who noticed the brief interaction between the two simultaneously raised their army bombs and phones to record. The atmosphere, which was originally quiet, turned into a sea of cheers, making the moment feel even more emotional. Videos from various fan angles began to surface on social media, just minutes after the concert took place. Each recording showed slightly different details, ranging from Jimin's expression to Jungkook's smile, which seemed to grow wider upon seeing his friend's antics. Many fans then tried to guess what Jimin had actually done to make Jungkook react that way. Some speculated that Jimin had intentionally made a small improvisation, while others believed he was just showing a funny expression that happened to be caught on camera at the right time. Discussions among armies grew even more intense. The few seconds-long video clip was repeatedly shared, slowed down, and even compared with recordings from other sides of the stage. As more camera angles emerged, it became clearer that Jungkook's smile appeared spontaneously right after witnessing Jimin's action. The moment once again demonstrated the natural chemistry that has always been BTS's charm on stage. Without the need for dialogue or excessive interaction, simple expressions between the members often succeed in creating lasting memories for the fans. Many armies also praised Jimin's ability to break the ice during the concert with just a small gesture. His charisma as a performer allows every movement, no matter how small, to become the center of attention for thousands of spectators inside the stadium. Meanwhile, Jungkook's reaction was considered the perfect compliment that made this moment feel even warmer. The unforced smile showed their closeness as group mates who have shared the stage for years in various concerts around the world. It is no surprise that the video clip quickly became one of the most shared clips by fans after the Munich concert. Various fanbase accounts uploaded their own versions, complete with different camera angles that revealed details previously unseen. Despite its brevity, the interaction proved once again that small moments often become the most memorable parts of a concert. It is not because of grand stage effects or complex choreography, but because of the genuine reactions that occur between the members. Now, the video continues to be a topic of conversation among armies. Many admit to rewatching the recording repeatedly just to see the exact second when Jungkook could not hide his smile while all eyes in the Munich Stadium were fixed on Jimin. For fans, simple moments like this are what make every BTS concert bring a new story that is hard to forget. Moments before that happened, the atmosphere in the Munich Stadium was actually still filled with the signature energy of a BTS concert. Armies' cheers echoed from every corner of the stands, while thousands of army bombs swung to the beat of the pounding music. The members moved along the main stage, keeping the audience cheering every time the camera captured them on the giant screen. However, the atmosphere began to change as the song's arrangement entered a calmer part. The thumping music slowly subsided, replaced by a softer melody so that the audience's attention naturally centered on the stage. The lighting, which was initially bright and dynamic, changed to become warmer, creating an intimate atmosphere in the middle of a stadium packed with tens of thousands of fans. It was at that moment that the camera slowly pointed toward Jimin. The stadium's LED screen displayed his figure in a close-up, while a spotlight followed his every step. Within a few seconds, the cheers that had previously echoed began to fade as many spectators chose to enjoy the moment while waiting for what Jimin would do next. That brief silence made his every small movement feel even more attention-grabbing. The audience's attention then shifted to Jungkook, who was standing not far from Jimin. In several recordings circulating from various angles of the stadium, Jungkook could be seen showing a wide smile while shaking his head gently upon seeing Jimin's actions. That brief reaction was immediately caught on camera and became one of the parts most frequently replayed by fans. A moment later, Jungkook was also seen bowing his head a few times while chuckling before turning his gaze back to Jimin. Although the moment only lasted for a few seconds, his expression looked so natural that many spectators in the stadium also smiled seeing the interaction between the two on stage. For many ARMYs, Jungkook's smile seemed hard to hide after witnessing Jimin's spontaneous gesture. Some fans interpreted the expression as a sign that he felt amused or charmed by his friend's behavior, although the exact reason behind his reaction could not be confirmed solely from the circulating video clips. As the stadium's LED screen switched several times to display the faces of Jungkook and Jimin, the audience's cheers boomed once again. The combination of Jungkook's smile and Jimin's charisma created a brief, warm moment, prompting thousands of ARMYs to spontaneously lift their phones to capture it from their respective seats. Not long after the footage went viral, the comment sections on various video uploads were filled with enthusiastic reactions from fans. Many confessed to replaying the footage multiple times just to see Jungkook's expression and Jimin's gesture, which were considered one of the most memorable moments during the Munich concert. A number of similar comments continued to appear. One wrote, "Jungkook really can't hide a smile." Another fan commented, "Jimin always has a way of making the whole stadium focus on him." Meanwhile, another opined, "This few-second moment is more memorable than the choreography we've already memorized." These comments reflected the fans' enthusiasm for the brief interaction they witnessed. Many also appreciated how that simple, wordless moment was able to leave a deep impression. According to them, it is precisely spontaneous interactions like this that make every BTS concert feel different. In the midst of grand stage production and meticulously prepared performances, the members' natural expressions often become the parts most remembered. Until now, the video clip is still being shared and discussed by fans. Various versions with different shooting angles have emerged, ensuring that the discussion about the brief moment between Jungkook and Jimin has not subsided. For many ARMYs, those few seconds once again showed that on-stage chemistry is often created naturally and becomes a memory that sticks long after the concert ends. Even though it lasted only a matter of seconds, the moment when the stadium's attention was focused on Jimin and Jungkook's smiling expression successfully became one of the most talked-about clips after the concert in Munich. Such simple interactions remind fans once again that behind grand performances, it is often the spontaneous moments that stick the most in memory. Currently, videos from various camera angles are still being watched and shared by ARMYs all over the world. Each recording shows slightly different details, prompting many fans to re-examine the expressions of both and build discussions about what made that brief moment feel so special. In your opinion, what did Jimin actually do to make Jungkook show a smile like that? Was it just a small improvisation on stage, or did it instead become one of the most memorable spontaneous moments during the concert? Furthermore, is this brief interaction worthy of being called one of the sweetest JiKook moments during BTS's concert in Munich? Or do you have another moment that you think is more iconic and hard to forget? If you were right there inside the stadium at that time, would your phone camera automatically point toward Jimin? Or would you try to capture Jungkook's reaction, which became the spotlight for many fans? Share your thoughts and favorite moments in the comments section.